Praise yields abundance. In the book of Exodus chapter 3 and verse 10, God told Moses, "Come now, therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt." God explained in verse 18 what the Israelites were to do once they were out of slavery. He told them they were to go 3 days' journey into the wilderness and sacrifice unto the Lord their God. In verse 19, God told Moses he knows the enemy will try to stop them. In verse 20, God promises to destroy anything that attempts to stop their worship. In verse 21a, God promises to give favor to them if they will worship Him. He promised in 21b that anyone who will worship Him will not leave His presence empty. In chapter 15, verse 22, the Israelites were now 3 days beyond the Red Sea. They were in the wilderness of Shur, and they found no water. Verse 24 tells us the people murmured. The Lord specifically instructed them to worship when they were 3 days in the wilderness. He didn't tell them the circumstances they would be facing when they arrived. He knew they would be thirsty and that the water would be bitter. Therefore, He really was telling them how to get a breakthrough anytime they faced desert places, bitter waters, or limited supply. Though the 2.5 million people murmured, Moses in verse 25 followed God's instructions. He cried unto the Lord. He prayed. He worshiped. God showed him a tree, which, when he threw into the water became sweet. Since Moses was the only one to worship, the sweet water supply was just for him. But in his compassionate heart, he decided to share with the masses. Moses' obedience in the worship yielded a blessing from the Lord to meet his need and the need of all 2.5 million. Since your effort, ability, and complaints have left you dry, try praising the Lord. He will supply. This has been a microwave message from the Word of God. Please join us for worship at 426 Courthouse Road, North Chesterfield, Virginia, 23236. Garvin Byrd, pastor. If you need prayer or have trouble in your marriage, please call us at 804-350-1250, 804-350-1250. God bless.